long pull round. There it is. Happy days. We're just getting straight on with it. Right then guys, we're back on the Aire and Calder today. Bandits match 7, and I've drawn permanent peg 409. So we're opposite the boats at Pollington. Just give you a quick view. Pretty much all of the bandits are down to my left hand side, and I've just got Big Rob down to my right. So that's it. The bridge where you come in is just up there. So simple plan of attack today, just going out all out with the pole, starting on the 11 metre line. Plan to put in 3 balls of ground bait with dead maggot and a big pot of hemp, and I'm just going to feed hemp and tares over the top. I'm going to try and catch on hemp and tares today. So with that in mind, I've set up 2 rigs. I've got a 1 gram DH19 pencil float and a 1.5 gram AS8. Now the AS8's there just in case we get a bit of tow on the canal, but at the moment it's behaving. There's no wind, so I think the 1 gram rig is going to be absolutely spot on for this today. So 1 gram DH19, 1.5 gram AS8. They're both shotted with Olivettes, little droppers down below. Both got size 18 B511 hooks on. I've also got a 5 metre whip line with a DH19 0.75 gram float, and I'm just going to fish little nuggets of ground bait and loose feed pinkie over the top of that, try and catch roach short. And then finally I've set up the 0.4 gram preceding interwire, and that is going to be for my chopped worm line for perch down the inside, basically just on the top 4 and just fishing off to my right hand side. So I'll just show you, there's a bit of pennywort in the canal, so I'm just going to be fishing that chopped worm line somewhere in here. Bait is very simple, just got dead maggots, some giant hemp. I'm going to put a big pot of hemp in along with the 3 balls of ground bait, and then we've got some chopped worm and fluoro pinkies and some tares for the hook. Listen guys, I can't always respond to everybody's comments if you're leaving a comment, so just appreciate that. I get a lot, and with the best will in the world I try to answer people, but I'm not ignoring you if I don't answer you, so please don't be offended. Also, if you'd like to check it out, I've got a Facebook page. I'm going to put a link to that in the description down below if you're watching on PC or on your mobile device. Okay, I better get the other camera on. Let's get ready for the all-in. I'm just going to cook these 3 balls of ground bait, laced with maggot. Well, not laced, but quite a few maggots in on my 11 metre line. Slightly to my right hand side so I can fish over them with the tow. Then I'm going to put a big cup of hemp on the seine. As I say, we'll just be fishing hemp on that line primarily. I'll start on the maggot, but once we start loose feeding over the top, I will hopefully start getting them on the hemp after an hour or so, and the tares. So if needs be, when I've been feeding hemp and tares loose on this line, I will poke an extra section on, maybe even 2, you know, depending on what overspray comes over these from the loose feed that goes in. Just looking for bites to start with, and then once I start feeling there's a few fish there, I'll start feeding it. Well, so far no proper bites on the long line, but that's one, and I've turned up already, so took sort of 3 or 4 runs through there. But oh, that's a perch. It's not really what I'm looking for. That's it, got one. and it's a roach. Lovely little fish. Canal's just towing through right now. Locks must have opened. The bigger rig will be better suited at this moment in time, but it might not last long. We've got a good bite there anyway. So already we're starting to get a few fish come in. You what, mate? No, it looked more like a pommy, but it was like too thin as well. It wasn't a roach though. It was like maybe some kind of hybrid. So if the hemp and tares don't work, then quite simply I will just keep topping this line up with a ball of groundbait and a few deads. But I think I'm going to catch on them. Am I what, Rob? Getting a few. Bit slow. That's a nice little roach. They're not big at the moment, but they're not a bad little stamp. 2 ounces. Hopefully they'll get bigger on the tares. Well, holding in position seems to be working better than running through. Obviously just putting that bit of action into the bait. Another nice little fish. So we're half an hour in. I've got 6 in the net and I'm starting to feed little bits of hemp, giant hemp and a few tares over the top of this float. Uh-oh, I think I might have been piked. No, it's off. Thankfully got it back. It's had me fish like. Nice fish. I'm going to have to move a bit quicker here with them, just to avoid the pike. Another one about 3 ounce. So I'm still fishing maggot. Canal's more or less stood still. Ever so slight tow. It's difficult to get a bit of action into the bait, but I did have a bite there, but it was only a half dip. I'm going to try tares early. 50 minutes in. Oh, that's a bite straight away on tares. So they are having them. Just struggling for a good bite on tear, so just going to try hemp. That is a fish on hemp. Nice quality too. Lovely. That's another hemp fish. Pike grabbed it again. I'm going to have an issue with those today. It's took me hook length. Can't believe it. Won't mind, but I want hanging about bringing it in, do you know what I mean? Still grabbed it. Well, Rob's just got a great big perch next to me. Probably at least £1.5, I would say. And I'm struggling for bites here. There's loads of fish in the swim, but I think there's a lot of pike as well. I've been done twice now, and the canal is standing still right now. That just don't bode well for tempting a bite, really. There seems to like a bit of action in it. So I think just while it's a little bit slow on this, I'm just going to have a quick look on the worm line. First drop on the worm over that choppie, and I've grabbed one. Only a little one. There's another fish in the net. Looks like there's a few perch down there. Ooh, there's a bloody pike grab that as well. I don't believe it. That's gone really big all of a sudden. And I'm actually on a 6 elastic here. I don't believe this cow. Just took a little perch down there and straight away pike's grabbed it. And that's on inside. That's down here. Done me again. Let's go. Always going to get them out before the blooming pike gets them. Well, this ain't hanging around. That's a roach on the worm on the inside. Got Rob? A rough? Oh, hello. This might be a better perch. That's what I'm looking for. Yep. That's more like it. So the choppy line's paying dividends at the moment. Another one. Looks like Carl's got a nice netter. Silverfish. Roach, Cal? Roach? Get him out. Oh, another decent perch here. Well, I've had a good few fish off that chop line. I can't quite get a bite on it now, so I'm going to put a little bit of top up on it, a little bit more chop worm, maybe another 100 mil, leave it for a bit and have a look on my whip line over the pinkies. And that's a fish straight away on pinkie, another perch. Ooh, great big pike again! I can't believe it, mate. Pike number 4. Not looking like today's going to be my day. Just getting piked off too much. Another fish on. Trying to get them out before the pike gets them. This is the problem. Well, it seems like down here on the pinkie line there's just a lot of tiny little perch and massive pike. So I don't know whether I'm going to stick with this for much longer, to be fair. I want to get back on that roach line. What's this? Oh, that's a roach. Ah. See, this is the problem. I've lost it because I felt like I was going to get nailed by a pike there. Yeah, more tiny perch. So I'm going to come off this line. There's clearly the odd roach down there as well. But I'll look on my long line again. Lovely roach on hemp. Well, I can catch on the hemp, but it is much slower than I would like it to be. So I think I'm just going to try a pinkie over the top of this line. Contemplating going back out with the ground bait, put a top up ball in, maybe fish maggot or pinkie over the top. It just seems a bit too slow on the hemp. There's a lot of fish about, but I don't know whether it's because the pike's unsettling them or it's just not the right bait today. That's a bite immediately on pinkie. See what it is. Yeah, and that's a reasonable quality roach. So if the fish are there, I'll get another one on pinkie now. I may just keep feeding hemp. See if we can get some fish onto it before the end. Yeah, that's another one. So I think, yeah, that's going to be the plan then. Fish a pinkie over the hemp. And if we can avoid the pike, we might be on for a decent day after all. You see it? Came up again for it. Good big swirl. Whoa! He's there again. Just followed it right in. Hey? Yeah? I'm having a nightmare here. Every fish is getting chased in by a great big pike, big girl. So there's nothing for it other than to haul them in. If I lose them, I lose them. But that pike is very active. I don't know whether it's just the one or several, but definitely not enjoying this. Just got to ship fast. So it would seem I've got a lot of fish set out there, but that fish in the seed has just been too slow to get a bite. They're definitely taking it, but much quicker to get a bite on the pinkie over the seed. So all I'm doing is feeding the seed and fishing a pinkie over the top. It's resulting in plenty of bites. No point putting more ground bait in or maggot. Just giving them a target bait. Fortunately, I'm also giving the pike a target bait. That's another one. tiny fish. Isn't that it? Right, so another lovely little roach there. Was swatting a mozzie off my arm, floated, disappeared. But it took a while to get the bite. Certainly not caught enough. That's another one on that. And now it wants to rain, so I might have to knock the cameras off. Right, well, a little update for you. We're 40 minutes out from the end of the match, and as you can see it's raining, but just prior to it sort of setting in, this rain, I had a good bite on tear, hooked into a nice fish, the pike got it again, so that was about the 8th or 9th time I've been piked off today. I just cannot get a bite on that line now. It's done for it. It's completely dead. I mean, I don't know whether anybody else is really catching. I think Rob to my right's getting a few on feeder. Carl's getting odd ones on whip, but just can't buy a bite. Can't buy a bite on the worm line. I went up on the heavier rig, the 1.5 gram, and that's where I got the bite on the tear on, because the canal's been pulling through a bit. But literally, even putting a pinkie on now, just can't buy a bite. So I don't know whether I should put more groundbait on it today, but that won't have changed the pike situation, and yeah, it's just ruined my match really. Right, I'm going to sign off, and if I get packed up in time I'll catch the weigh-in. Well, another update, I've just hooked a fish on hemp on the long line. It's the first one I've had for a long time, and lo and behold, the pike's grabbed it again. I'm about to get bust. Don't know if you can see the elastic, but I can't see where the connector is. Well, I think I'm just going to grab the elastic here. This should be fun. And there it is, great big unit, it's off. Looks about £12. Sick, no hook again. Well, I'm completely fed up, to be fair. If I'd sort of messed it up myself, I could accept it, but the fact that I've just been piked out all day, yeah. I think that's the lead in the league gone, and if it isn't this time, it will be next time out. The results like this, but I think I've probably been done both sides by Rob and by Carl. So I don't know, I'm probably nowhere in this match. There's loads of rubbish coming through on the 11 metre line now as well, just to add insult to injury. I've had a few hemp fish, had the odd bites on tear, hooked that one, pike at it, but they just haven't settled. The roach just will not settle today. I went back on the inside line as well, just on the pinkie, but again it was just all tiny little perch. Tried the choppie line again, but there was just nothing doing on it. I think I got one tiny perch off it and there was nothing. There's just been pike all over this swim. They've been coming right in following these fish.
Yeah. So can you put your name down then, Rob, for that?
You can do, yeah.
It's with Kev Mosley.
Means nothing to me.
I think I'll be lucky if I'm
He's a superstar, Kev.
9th.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's a good angler.
Well, I'm 10th, I'm sure.
How many pike you had on?
Just 2.
I've had 9.
Have you?
About 30 feet my way. He's been bagging.
Four-
Yeah, I've heard him.
£4.7.
4-7. How many fish is there, Rob?
Hold on, Rob.
38 plus that big perch.
How many fish you got then?
Similar to that.
We're trying to work out what they're weighing.
I think I've got done both sides. Every time I got a good fish on, it got took.
The odd numbers are going to get fish because occasionally people take it for away.
It's a poor display. It's not looking good.
Hey, the day after what? Why?
£3.
No, that's his Friday's birthday. When? It's 10 till 3, you'll be back home for
Oh, a bit of a perch.
You'll be alright, you know. Big lad, put you down. Off 6. Yeah, you've got plenty of time. We're not getting out of it that easy now.
3.13.
Thought so.
3:13. You're down for it, Rob.
Yeah, Joe. Cheers. 3:13. Disaster. Battered. Got battered both sides.
Bastard John.
I'm not very good at this.
We've noticed.
Big quality skimmers here.
They did that at Springvale to disqualify you.
What, sorry?
They did that at Springvale, they disqualify you. She's lovely girl. Oh, true, what's that? Best fish in the country.
You're not recording this, are you?
Aye. It's alright, because you want to hear how much swearing I've done. Hey up, Joe. Let me get how many? Somebody say it weighs.
£5.7.
£5.7.
Oh, good. You're winning.
Isn't it?
Well done, Cal.
I nearly lost my phone. I put my bucket in, water bucket, my phone inside it. Pulled it out. Where's my phone?
Jesus.
That's how you do it, look. Jump out, they're that easy, look, to get out.
Look at all these. Bet there was no pike down here.
Oh, they were. I've had 5 on.
I had one swim past end of my keep net that were like a World War II U-boat.
Did you see what Stuart had across from him?
Yeah.
All day long when it bouncing. Like dolphins across there, John. He's got some good pike. He had one on about 12 pounds.
Really?
6.5.
Well done, Joe. Well, that was short-lived.
I've enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, but it's been enjoyable.
Hiya.
It's just hard work, wasn't it? But you only get back to each side.
I don't think I'll buy it.
Well, I might have done more. Maybe I think you had bigger fish than that.
Oh, I told you I was only on like gear. That's why that friggin' did me. It's been £1.5 bottom. There's 20.
Pound and a half, or less than that, or 09 and then that's quite well,
Oh.
5-3.
More than I was expecting.
Well done, Mark.
So what, 3.5? Yeah.
Looking good for last year, aren't I?
And the Tommy rough. Looking good for you, Jen, yeah? Still yet to me.
Shut up.
Who's got there? Yeah, John's got it.
And the fish you had to...
60, no, 60,
Oh, look at
60
that. Oh,
odd.
there's £10 here.
Yeah, it is this. That lot? Yeah. It's about £8, isn't it? Which I thought I might have got.
Where have you found all these blooming skimmers, you what?
Are you lying?
Oh, look,
11-1. 11-1. They weighed heavy.
Pete, couldn't lie straight in bed. What did you have, Pete?
Billy Lion.
About 8 to 9 pounds.
11-1.
What is it? Oh, 15 pound or more, isn't it? 12, 13 pounds.
Can tell where hot fish have been then, can't we?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to be in early pegs? No, you don't. You never want to be in early pegs.
Nice. Get that. Lovely little fish. Well done, Stuart.
Well done, Stu.
Better door than a window, Pete.
£9.8.
How much?
£9.8. I think I've got about £2.5.
Oh, no.
9.8. There's 9.8 there, isn't there?
Well, no, I didn't.
£10. I don't know, I won't look in.
You were saying that long before last half hour. No, I got £11 end off.
Oh, yeah, because I thought they must have been about 7 or 8 pounds.
Well, you beat
No,
me,
look
you're
at it,
off, bloody hell.
It's like £5 it's got. Look. It says you've got £5. It's about £10, isn't it?
Have a look if I've got that. Like 4, do you?
I've had pike on all day. Yeah. Hey, that's bad angling they're doing.
Oh, yeah, took it on with.
Yeah.
I know it should have never sent me back, but I know I didn't use the fishing before.
7-2. And minus £4 for lion.
Yeah. I'll be lucky if I've got 5. How do you sleep at night, Rob? How do you sleep?
Well done, Rob. You got £12, will he? Rob Britain's got 15.
It's time for fish here.
Oh dear. More bream in there. Can't believe it, mate.
Oh, it's just done me. I had 11-2, I think.
11-4.
What did I have? 11-2?
11-1. You took one bite then? Oh, is that what it reckons?
Yeah. Well, he said you were a clear, he wanted it, so I don't know what it was. £4.5.
£4.5.
Yep.
What do you weigh?
2013. Sickner, mate. Oh dear, oh dear. So, I'll put the results up for you now. But, I've come last. Yep. Oh dear. Aire and Calder. That's it. I'm done.